Here's my huge batch of mugwort that I was luckily gifted from a friend of mine. We traded, actually. I provided some herbs for her. So I've been processing it. I have the twigs from the mugwort, which will be great for using to start a fire with. And then I'm pulling the leaves off and the flowers and bagging them up. And these can be used to make dream pillows also. And this is our mugwort and hyssop infused oil. It has been on the stove off and on for several hours. You want to use a double boiler. You never want to fry your herbs. It should actually be about the temperature of very, very warm massage oil. You should be able to touch it. So this has been infusing, and I'm going to strain it and then pour it up. I'll add a little essential oils for fragrance too. You can add your choice. I like to use patchouli, sometimes some lavender, things that are soothing and protective. Now I am pouring this into a regular strainer to get the bulk of the plant matter out, and then I will strain it through a cheesecloth. You can do it straight to a cheesecloth, but if you want to reuse your cheesecloth, I find it really hard to get all the plant particles out, and it's just much easier when the cheesecloth only has to filter out these tiny bits. For the most part, I let gravity do its thing, but I do press it down with the back of a spoon, which helps to get those last drops out. But I'm just going to let this sit for a while and let gravity do its thing. So then I'm going to strain it into a clean mason jar. I have a cheesecloth here that is about, I think this is maybe 3 or 4 layers. And I'm just going to put that over the top of the jar. Give it a little dip. And then put the ring on the top of it. And screw that on. And so now what I'm doing is pouring off just enough so that the bottom of my strainer doesn't sit in the oil. So I'm able to let it drain even more from the strainer. So this isn't all the oil, but you see the general straining process here. And that way the bottom of my strainer doesn't sit in the oil. It can still continue to gravity drip the rest of the oil that's in the herbs. So as you can see, this is the amount of plant matter that is caught by the cheesecloth. So if I want to reuse this, it'll be a lot easier for me to squeeze out the oil and use a good degreasing soap and get those small bits out. And even sometimes I pour boiling water, like from the tea kettle, over them if I really want to get that oil out. This is some dream oil that I made a while back. So I'm going to add some fragranced oil here. I really like to use patchouli, sometimes lavender. There's also this, which is a great peaceful sleep. It's a blend. And as you can see, there is orange oil, tangerine, lavender, chamomile, ylang ylang, sandalwood. Very calming. So that would be nice to add in too. And I'm going to add some patchouli. I like patchouli, but of course it is a strong smelling herb, so you add it however you care for it. I'm going to put about, oh, this is going really slowly. I'm going to put about, 2 drops. No, I'm going to put about 10 drops. And I'm going to add some of this sleep blend. Oh, that goes really fast. It's about 20 drops of that. And I'm going to give it a little stir. The patchouli oil is heavier and it tends to sink to the bottom, just an FYI. And you could bottle this up in a little roll-on, which I've done before, or you can just dab it on straight from the stopper. What's nice about doing it this way is you can pick what you really like as a fragrance because you could wear it as a perfumed oil. I find that my dream oil tends to kick in after about 2 or 3 days. So this way, if I like the smell of it, I can dab it on and wear it as perfume while I'm getting myself ready for that next full moon or new moon work. And I just wanted to highlight these beautiful decanters. I found them at the thrift store. And you want to be mindful, like this one I particularly like because it has a glass stopper, so it doesn't absorb liquids or oils or odors. This one has a cork stopper, so what I like to do is just sit that to the side so it can dry out, so that you don't want mold or bacteria or anything growing in there. Another thing you can do to honor the full moon is create moon charged water. You could just fill a container with filtered water and place it outside if possible, on a mirror if you'd like, or at least in a windowsill where they can get the moon beams to hit it. And you can use it in your spiritual bath. You could use it for anointing. You could drink it if you wanted to. I would be more careful of the container I store it in if I wanted to drink it. So this is moon charged water. And that about does it for how to make mugwort infused oil and moon charged water. Although you can use them at any time that you like. With a full moon coming in the next day or two, I thought it might be nice for you to have this information. So as always, take care, and I will see you at the next video.